Hey everyone, what's up? This is Dominic Olivo with your vlogs here, and if you're watching this for the very first time, I'm back on my main page. This is the page where I usually like to showcase my talents. I like to sing, sometimes I like to step dance, so you'll find most of that content on this page here. But up until recently, I've been very inactive as of lately, and I'll go a little bit into detail. There are some things that I need to unpack here, so I hope that you'll give me the time and attention, and just bear with me for these next couple of moments here. I'm going to try my best not to take up much of your time, but there are some things that I do need to get off my chest here, so I need to say this. Having that being said, I will admit this. I am a heavy people pleaser, and I'll go into detail into that. I think part of the reasons why I stopped doing vlogs as of recently back a couple of months ago, it's been over 11 months, and I think the reason why I stopped doing video content on this main page is because throughout all of 2024, I had a lot of time to really sit back and assess everything, assess the things that I've been doing, and to be quite honest, I haven't been really feeling like myself lately. I feel like my creativity has been going downhill, and on top of that, I work a job while I deal with people, and it's been very exhausting for the past couple of months. We're coming into the time right now that the holiday season is fastly approaching, and it is going to get very busy. For the past few months, I had to sit back and really think everything, and it seems to me that I seem to be attracting a lot of people that bring in a lot of negative energy. For whatever reason, I have no idea, but it seems like when I get too happy and cheery, when I bring all that positive energy, life always has a way to challenge me and to send people that bring the opposite energy. Like the people that I deal with at work seem to be very down, and there's been a lot of things that have been going on. There have been things going on in the world, but at the same time, this is a little bit over the top. And it's been made clear that I don't set clear enough boundaries because, again, I seem to attract people that bring a lot of negative energy. Like, I don't put my foot down. It becomes sort of like a pushover. So having said all of that, when you get into a place in your mind when you feel like people are not taking you seriously, it puts you on that downward spiral into that negative thinking pattern that maybe I'm just not doing enough. And I think that's where I'm at right now. The reason why I haven't been posting any content on this page is because of the feeling that I haven't been really doing enough. I don't think I've been approaching to my target audience. I don't feel like I'm appealing to the general public because the things that I like to do are fun for me, and this is part of where my people pleasing comes into play, because the reason why I do what I do and I have a habit of people pleasing is because I grew up at a time in my life where there have been people in my past that were not so nice to me. I felt ignored. When I was growing up, I didn't really have a lot of friends. It didn't take until I was an adult to make friends. It felt like I was rejected. Everything that I seemed to be doing was very weird and odd to some people. I guess I'm sort of like that cheese ball, if you want to call it that way. If you want to call it a cheese ball, I'm just very different from everyone else. I don't think the same ways that other people think. I just envision a world that's very different from everybody else. Working with the general public for the past 8 years has been very exhausting. While it brings a few rewards and its perks here and there, it gets very exhausting. And ever since after the pandemic, I've seen that a lot of people have changed. Their personalities have changed. It seems like they've gotten more hostile. They've gotten more demanding. And we're seeing it now, especially when you're walking in the stores, the whole supply and demand thing, and we're coming to the holiday season. People are hoarding or compulsive buying, and they're getting mad at us workers for not doing what they asked us to do. We're doing everything in our power to be able to serve the customers and to serve the general public. But every now and then it gets very exhausting. When you're dealing with people that bring in that negative energy and just that sense of entitlement, it brings you into a downward spiral. It puts you in that really bad headspace. Having said all of that, when you're a person like me that feels rejected in some type of way, when you're feeling mistreated or untreated in some type of way, when you're in your headspace, it makes you lose sight of the small things. It makes you lose sight of the things that you're appreciative for. At this point in time in my near 35 years of my life on this earth, I have the heart for it, but I just don't seem to feel like I have the mental space to be able to produce more content and to be creative in general. I just don't have the headspace for it. So that's where I'm pretty much at right now. And I know it seems like I'm ranting, but that's pretty much where I'm at right now in terms of producing content. If you've seen on my other YouTube channel, I've been more focused on adventures, so you're going to be seeing me more active on the other YouTube page. The other YouTube page is where I post all my content. I recently upgraded to a new scooter, so I was on the Zuma 125. I've now upgraded to the Suzuki Bergman, and I've been taking that on the road with me, and that seems to be the most thing that I've enjoyed up to this point in 2024. That seems to be the most pastime that I've enjoyed thus far, driving on the highway and visiting different cities and towns and trying out different foods, just overall exploring, having that open time to enjoy getting. On top of that, most of the people that I'm close friends with are working full-time jobs, so I don't always really get together and see them, but when I do get the time, I seem to run out of energy very easy because work has been taking up most of that. Granted, I work a few hours a week, but it gets crazy. It gets really busy sometimes, almost to the point where you feel like you've lost energy. When you're working super fast and you're overstimulated, it takes a lot of your energy. When you're out of energy, you have to reserve your mental and your physical batteries. So I've been coming here most times on my downtime to unwind. I don't make the time to get creative and do these videos and the step dance, even though in my heart I want to. Mentally, I'm just not in that headspace. So that's where I stand right now. I seem to be more active on my other channel, which is what I think is going to be my main focus for the remainder of this year. In terms of what's going to happen next year in 2025, that's pretty uncertain, but as far as right now, I'm just focusing one day at a time and seeing this as this goes here. Here's how I think this is going to go for the remainder of this year. So I have video content that's coming up on my other page, including a birthday special. Yes, I am working on my birthday vlog. You're going to be seeing me on the road very soon in a couple of days. Yes, my birthday is in a couple of days, and I am looking forward to that. So you'll be seeing a YouTube video on my other page, as well as 3 other videos that are going to be on top of that, and then that's pretty much how I'm going to end the year, is to have content on my other channel. I make moto vlogs, so I like to be on the highway exploring, so that's what my main channel is about. As far as this main page and whether or not I want to continue making my step dancing or my karaoke videos, if I want to presume that in 2025, that's pretty uncertain, so I just have to see how things pan out. But in the meantime, I'm going to be spending the remainder of this time to make some downtime for myself because my mental well-being is very important. Among other things, when we get super busy out of our way to look after other people, we forget about our own mental headspace. We forget about our mental health. That's very important. So that's pretty much all I have for right now in this video here. I know I said I would try to keep it short to the point, so that's pretty much all my videos that I have for right now. Please stay tuned for another update at some point within the next month or two, but in terms of what I'm going to be going forward, I'm going to be active on my other channels, so stay tuned on my other channel. The name of my channel is called Dominic's Adventures. That's where you see all my moto vlogs and all my past content of me doing the bike vlogs, as well as traveling with my friends to Canada. All those video contents are still on that page. If you like what you see on this page, then continue to review all my past content, because this is pretty much where I'm at right now. I'm not going to produce any content on this page for the remainder of this year up until maybe sometime in 2025. I have to see where my headspace is at. So stay tuned for further updates, and for the very few that do take the time out to watch my channel, I want to thank you guys, but I'm just going through a very frustrating period in my time, and I need to get some things off my chest. So thank you for your time. Please stay tuned to my other channel. I'll have another video at some point within the next month, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and rock on.